Hey guys, this is Cloud Kitsune. I'm back for more Harvest Moon. This is Squall. He's still a good boy. Yeah. Okay, so don't let hot water bother you. Is another 60% chance. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's still a chance that it may rain. Whoops. I didn't mean to leave my dog inside. No. But yeah, so this is episode 21. And we are 4 days, I believe, 4 days away from our first attempt chance of getting the silverfish. That's it. Sorry. It's 2 a.m., right? Jesus Christ. I could have played a little bit earlier, but, well... I got a little distracted, because, after coming home from work, I had a couple videos I had in my backlog to watch, and one of them was the, I almost said trombone. Trombone champ. Or champion, or whatever the heck it's called. It's a new game that came out, I think today, on the 21st. I said today, it's actually the 22nd right now, but it was the 21st yesterday. But you won't see this until way later in October, man. October postings, am I right? Jesus. But yeah, I have most of October filled up right now. I say, but that's not fully true. I think I have 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? Wait a second. Yeah, I think I have up to the 17th of October filled. I still need to get the 18th and onward. If I'm thinking of this right, it doesn't matter. the point is, by the time you see this, it's either gonna be on the 18th or a little bit later. So I can like squeeze in some Digimon Survive here and there, you know? Gotta get these things balanced out. Hello. But, yeah, I do have a few things I'd like to talk about. No. I've only been here for about 3 years, but this place feels like home to me, in a way. Hey Cloud, you seem to be doing well. Yeah, eat my tomato. It looks delicious. Oh. So, sorry, I'm a little giggly. Early to bed, early to rise. That's the way to live a good life. If you are a morning person. I am not. If I had my way, I would be, you know, going to bed with the sun. Or no. Yes. Technically. And rising with the moon. That's the correct term. Whatever. Don't worry about it. But, so I did look up, how to get the next couple endings. And yes, the goddess dress does need you to have money. And I do have the money for it. It's like only 3,000 gold, so not too bad. But it also requires you to befriend multiple characters, more than I thought you had to. So, I was like, oh, wait, what? I thought you just have to befriend Gina and Dia and you'd be done. But no, you also have to befriend Katie and Lewis. But, according to the guide, you don't have to go too far with Lewis, luckily. But, yeah. Yeah. It's a process. So there's a lot of little steps to it. whatever. I will do the horse race one next. Just because, I only need to befriend, Bob and Gwen. And, I want to get a cow. Technically, I want to get 3, but you know. Don't worry about it. It's a process. I don't think this is a fish. This is junk. Yep. But, yeah, so a few things I would like to talk about, though. I have a list of things. But, I was thinking about, how Story of Seasons, Marvelous, Exceed, all that, have been remaking old Harvest Moon games. And with the remake of, nope. No. Nah. Nope. Nah. But, well, okay. So with the remake of, I'm blinking. Why am I blinking? I'm distracted by fish size. I think, is this big? It's big enough. But, yeah, so, with the remake of Friends of Mineral Town, I know that they kind of, like, cut out one of the aspects that was unique, I guess unique about the game, which was rival marriages. So, if you know, made friends with the rival candidates, there's always a good chance that they will marry the person that you might want to marry. But because they made it available so that you can be gay, they had to basically remove the marriages. Otherwise, you won't be able to marry anybody. Which I understand. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I was thinking about if they remade Animal Parade, would they still be able to include the kids in that game? Because, I mean, that's kind of one of the unique things about that game is every rival couple can have a kid. Very similar to Rune Factory 2. So, I was just thinking, what if? And how? how would you make that possible in a game that you still allow gay marriage? And if I remember right, I might be remembering wrong because it's been a while since I've actually played the game. But when you do make friends with the characters, they usually will, like for the same gender characters, they tend to like request you as a friend with like, oh, do you think I should like propose to this other person? So, which you could you can like say yes or no, I believe. But like I said, it's been a long time. But if they include that, it's totally a way to bypass the whole gender lock thing. You know, I have a feeling. Oh yeah, the boot factory. So, what time is it? Okay, I could do one more fish, probably. But yes, I was just thinking. Oh, it's not a fish. It's not a fish. Stop. Get off my hook. Oh my god. Fine. Oh, thank god. Okay. I was gonna say, like, that's just gonna waste my time. Eh. But yeah, because I would really like for them to remake Animal Parade as well, because that's one of my favorite Harvest Moon games. Clearly, I've talked about it in a previous episode, and yeah, if they could still include the the gay marriage as well as the rival marriages, so they can keep the kids, that would be like I'm all for that. Uh-oh. And There we go. Okay, he didn't get mad that time. It's like randomly gets mad. Because, like, so you might be wondering, like, well, if you get gay married, how did you have kids? Because I don't know if they included that in, the remake of Friends of Mineral Town, because I never actually beat it. Well, by my standards, at least. My standards of beating would just be getting married. But I didn't get that far. I got up to, like, fall. And then I got, a little spooked. Because I was worried, I was going to miss an event to keep Cliff from moving. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, more rain. I look at it for Virgo. Whatever. Okay, so we have a couple more days. Hopefully it's not raining that day, I think. Good boy, Squall. Because, I don't know if you can catch it in the rain, is the thing. That would be bad if that's the case, you know? Whoops. There we go. Sorry. I just remembered. Like, oh no, I can't see the screen. So. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter, you know? Yeah, I was going to play more Digimon Survive tonight, but then I was like, I really want to play more of this because I'm like really close to possibly getting the fish. So I want to do that extra stretch at least. And if I don't get it, then I'll just continue in another episode. With the attempts of. So yeah, I'll just make a thing of it because I do kind of. Like I said, I'm kind of like very wanting to get into autumn. Because autumn has a really good theme. Good music. Not that you can hear it because it's raining. But we're not in autumn yet, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, is, let's see. There's actually a few things, but, hold on. 1 second. Oh. I had to take a sip. I had a hot drink, and it makes my throat more croaky. So like, no. I keep going, but it was delicious and I want more. More hot drink, please. I get a bad feeling on windy days. Here we go. So, yeah, regarding the endings, I did find it funny. I won't say too much about it because I don't want to spoil anything in case you know, don't want it to be spoiled until we get there. But there's a special thing during Katie's event that you can do, and I want to try to do it, so we will see if I succeed by that point, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Oh my god, I hope I can do it. But, yeah, so also, I did mention it in, my Nintendo Direct Ramble video, but I also plan to play, Breath of the Wild on my channel at some point. It'll probably be, in 2023 that I do it, so don't worry about it. It's not going to take up any scheduled dates so far, because I do want to finish this game first and Digimon Survive before I tackle anything else, like Zelda. At least Breath of the Wild Zelda. Because I could probably play Ocarina of Time. Ooh, Excuse me. But yeah, because Ocarina of Time is not too hard. It would not like cut into my time too much. But that won't be in October at all. So just be aware, you won't see anything Ocarina of Time. You won't see anything of Majora's Mask during this month that I post these. I don't think you'll probably see it in November either. Maybe at the end of November, we will see. I have no promises, but maybe in December, you know? I can see December. But yeah, in the meantime, don't worry too much about like when things pop up. They will pop up when they do. But I should do some more Chrono Cross as well, because I haven't played that game in so long. And part of it is just because it's not so much like burnout, because I didn't really play too much, honestly. But it's more of a, it was a lot of, like, editing and, going back and forth between, my main file and, like, new game, so that I can get certain scenes that I missed out on. So, and a lot of editing. So much editing. But, yeah, I think the part where I'm at in the game, I won't have to do that anymore. Well, okay, no, that's not true. There is one more edit that I have to do. Technically two, but don't concern yourselves about it, because one of them is like such a minute thing. It's so small, it doesn't matter. But the other one has to do with Razlie and her island. So there are two scenes you can get from there, and I am determined to get both. And it won't take too long, but it's like the, you know, the process of getting there. So, yeah, that's all. And as much as I do want to also play, and, you know, beat the game again, I just want to play other games. So it's always that struggle, like, which game do you want to play? It's like, I'll play this one. It's like, oh. Cool can. But other than that, regarding Breath of the Wild, though, because I was talking about it for just a second before I got distracted by freaking Ocarina of Time. But, yeah. So I do plan on playing it down the road. Hi! The day goes by quickly when you sit around doing nothing, but it's alright to do that once in a while. Yeah! But, yes, so I have a couple goals for when I do play Breath of the Wild. So, just so you guys are aware, in case you're curious, I'm gonna be saying it here, and probably nowhere else. But, I mean, I might mention it somewhere else, but whatever. This is gonna be, like, the main area you'll probably hear it from, though. But, yeah. So, the goal, there's a few. One of them is, regarding amiibos, because I will be using amiibos in this playthrough, because they're fun. I enjoy using them. They get you extra, like, food ingredients so you can cook, and it's just nice to have. But, I probably won't be, you know, recording every day of Breath of the Wild, so there'll be some days where I'm going to be doing off-screen amiibos. But when I do that, it's just be aware it's going to be primarily non-Zelda amiibos when I do. So you won't see, like any... Well, okay, you won't miss out on any treasure chests, basically. So every playthrough that I have on recording, they will be primarily Zelda amiibos, and not the other amiibos I own. That way, you know, You won't miss anything. That's cool, I guess. Now look at all my fish. I almost have the same amount. Except for you. You're the odd one out. Why? But regardless, that's one thing that will be primarily the thing that I'll be doing with amiibos. So, yeah. That's just the thing I'm gonna do, okay? And then the other is, I'm not going to be doing any of the Guardian Beasts until after I get the Master Sword. So, the playthrough is going to be mostly exploring, maybe some side quests here and there, and tackling the shrines until I get enough to get the Master Sword. So, and then we'll we will then tackle our first Guardian Beast, which, I don't know which one will be the first one. Probably gonna be random. I don't know. Okay. Sagittarius. Oh my god. You still have to be indoor dog. Good boy. Yeah, we have... Okay, I hope the 14th is gonna be nice and sunny. Don't fuck me, game. I mean, if it does, it does, but yeah. Oh, and the other thing is, I am going to be trying to get all the Korok seeds. I ain't promising that I will, but I will try to get the majority of them. Because I don't know. I don't know where they all are. And I'm probably not going to use a guide. Well, that's a lie. There's a couple of shrines I probably will use a guide. Because one of them, I don't know why I struggle. There's like this, oh my god, why? Astrology. There's an astrology one. Where I can't mentally process it, so I was like, I'm just gonna look this up. Because I just can't. I just can't. I don't understand how to do it, okay? I admit it. I fail. As an astronomer. Because I'm not one. But yeah, so I definitely will not be doing that. Well, I will be. But I won't be playing it completely blind. But, I will for the Korok seeds. So if I miss any Koroks, that's why I'm not using a guide for that. I'm going all in, and if I miss it, then I miss it. And who knows, maybe I'll end up running backwards and running into it anyway. So, we will see. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting something, like it might be a hair. Might be Blue's hair. Fur. In my eye, so I was like, ah! Get out! We just had a fight over my chair, so that's probably why. I had to give him comfort, because he's being a stubborn boy, and he wants my chair instead of the bed. But he's accepted the bed, so. And when I say fight, I don't mean actually fight. He just jumps on it, I pet him, and I pick him up and move him. Then he tries to jump back on there before I sit down. It's like, no! And then he finally settled down. So, that's a fight. Cool. God, I hope it doesn't rain more. I'm done. I'm sick of rain. That's not true, though. It's very nice. I like it, but it takes away the songs. But I want to listen to the music, you know? Where's my summer melody? It doesn't exist. Oh, okay, so I guess the other thing I could talk about is Rune Factory, because That's coming out. It's coming out next year, but still. Um, yeah, my experience with Rune Factory is literally from the first one ever on the DS. So I started at the beginning and I continued going forward from the beginning. So I didn't really skip any entries. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I kept up playing all of them in order except for maybe Frontier. I don't know when that game came out. Because that was on the Wii, and I know I didn't have the Wii until like a little bit late in the life frame of the Wii. So not on purpose, but just because it was that console that was like really hard to get. And then after graduating in 2007, I got busy with just, work and then being harassed by my mom to go to college, which I went for 1 year. Not even a year, one class. I took one class, didn't like it, and said, no, I ain't going back. And the only reason why I even took that class is because, fun fact, back in the day, I didn't have a bank account, so all my money was, in cash. So I was like saving up a certain amount, and then one day my mom's like, "Oh hey, can I borrow like 800 of your dollars?" I was like, "Yeah, okay," because she needed it for like bills or something. At least that's what she said. And I was like, "Okay, well, just remember you're just borrowing it." And she technically never paid me back for that. And I only say technically because some of that money went into the forced college class that I didn't even want. She literally like blackmailed me into it. It's like, oh, you son of a gun. And then the rest of the that she owed me, she ended up, instead of like giving it to me directly, she got me things with my own money, and one of them was actually the Wii. So, but it was kind of funny because okay. So it happened a year before Game Crazy, or Hollywood actually, closed up its doors because of like bankruptcy or whatever. So a year before that happened, I went to a Game Crazy, and I had my mom with me because she was like, okay. I talked her into agreeing to return my money by buying me a Wii. And I was gonna get the Wii U with it, or not the Wii U. What was it? The Wii Fit, because my mom is weird about games. She didn't want me. She didn't want me just to get a game system for a game, so I had to bribe her with the Wii Fit, and she she agreed to get that because there was also a deal going on where if you get the Wii with the Wii Fit, you're getting like, I don't know, it's like $80 off or something. It was something like a really good deal. But it also came with these little coupons for Hollywood Video, where you could rent a movie a month. And I didn't use all of them, but I ended up giving like half of them, I think the majority of them, to my parents because I only, what was it? I think I kept, God, so long ago, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I ended up keeping like ones for like holidays like October and December, because I was planning on using them for my roommates back when I was going to Job Corps, but I didn't end up using them. So I only used one of them when I was still at my parents' place, and then I went back with my new Wii and Wii Fit and a copy of Animal Crossing, and I won. I got my money back technically, but yeah, and then I wasn't even able to use the rest of those coupons anyway because it wasn't even a full year before they closed after I got it. So I think like a couple of the months were no good because of that. But yeah, it's fine. I didn't have a game crazy where I lived. I had to go on like an hour and a half drive just to get to one. But yeah. Well, actually, no, I had a Hollywood. It didn't have a game crazy. It's just a regular Hollywood video. That's what we had. Now, what we don't have, though, is game stops. No game stops for me. But yeah, so technically I got my money back. It's just weird that she couldn't just give it to me. Because it's like, that's my money. You're stealing from me, technically, you know? And it took her years to give it back, too, so it's like, ugh. And now I'm in another situation where she owes me money for the stuff that she tossed out. And, yeah. She owes me almost, like, it's technically, like, over $400. But at least it's not 870 whatever it was last time. Jesus Christ. I don't trust her with money. I really don't. Because she always comes to she always comes to me for like money, and then she's like complaining about what I spend my money on. So sorry. I need water. No, son of a gun! Don't be raining. Fuck. Please tell me it doesn't rain. Squall, give me good luck. Fuck you, Leo. I needed that luck. But, yeah, so... It's kind of ironic that she's always, like... she's judging me with my money, and then she's the one who, you know, spends it on things that she shouldn't. But, whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Do what you will. But yeah, it's fine. Technically. I mean, I'm still a little sour about it. Because it's like... I mean, okay, in a way, she still technically owes me money. Even before the whole situation there. Because, oh, okay, there's two things. So, her forcing me using my money for me to go to college. Like, it'd be one thing if it was like, you know, those typical, your parents saves a, like, an Easter, not an Easter egg, what do you call it, a, nesting egg? So that you can, you know, be able to afford college and stuff like that. Nesting egg, yeah, I guess it is a nesting egg, I don't know. Whatever, whatever it's called. Usually they have like this little, you know, little pocket of money that you can use when you go to college. I did not have that. So, if I did want to go to college, which I didn't really, I would have to, you know, use my own money or get a scholarship and do it that way. But instead, she just used my own money to get me in for one class. And I ended up still going to college, though, at a different point in my life, but that was just for, like, a summer course, I think. No, it wasn't even a summer course, it was the fall course. I'm pretty sure. Oh, God. Yeah, it was the fall course. But, oh, God. It's like so much stuff happened back in those years, and I hated all of it. Early to bed, early to rise. But, yeah, it just, I don't really want to think too much about it because that time in my life was really terrible. And yeah, like I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. I want to like move on with my life, you know? let's have good times instead of bad times. Because I'm not living with my folks anymore, and I hope to keep it that way. I want nothing to do with them while also being civil with them when I do see them. So, because a lot of times whenever I do get texts from them, they're usually drunk. And it's just like, okay. Speaking of, though, that's actually another reason why my mom technically owes me money. Because back in the day when I was living with her, we had an arrangement, a verbal agreement, that every single time they got drunk, and she demanded me to chaperone her so that they can get more of the alcohol so they don't, like, end up getting hit by a car from walking or having a car accident from driving. So, we had an arrangement where I would drive them. I would drive one of them, because I did not want both of them in the car. Like, no. I ain't doing that. You fucking crazy, dude? Ugh. I mean, I didn't even want to do it in the first place. I was literally being, like, forced into it, so it's like, hey, if you're gonna force me, you better, like, make it worth my while. So, she agreed to give me, like, a certain amount of money every single time I would be, you know, the chaperone. And it turned out, oh god, how much was it? Within like a year, not even a year, it was like half a year, because I think we didn't start doing that until like near the end, and then we started like packing up and moving, and I just like, I remember like one day I reminded her like, oh yeah, by the way, you owe me blah blah blah, and she's like, I'm not paying you that. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? So I went through all that shit, and I still got nothing out of it, and then she's still like demanding money out of me. It's like, why? You owe me so much? I shouldn't pay you anything. Yet I still have, because like, I'm the good kid. I'm the only kid that she has. But, I have a phone plan with her, so sometimes she'll, like, ask me for money for that, even though, technically speaking, my dad also said you don't need to pay for that. After what? So, like, for a year, I was paying the phone plan, like, $25. Not too much out of, like, the whole amount. Like, they are basically, like, paying, 50 each, while I'm paying only 25. But, except for like a couple months ago, I paid the full amount, which is, yeah. And that's after the fact of her still owing me $400. So I fucking hate, I hate it. It's like so much money that she owes me, and she'll never pay it back. Never. Never ever. But whatever. Why am I even talking about this? Well, I guess I just wanted to get that one thing off my chest, is the fact that I had to take my mom, who was drunk off her ass, to the store, and never got paid back for it. So, all that trauma for nothing. No compensation for that. Though, I think, okay. The worst part, I think, about it, though, it's not so much, like, her, well, having to deal with her in the car, because, that was pretty hellish. Because there was many times that she would start, like, shouting and, like, yelling at a car next to us. It's like, dude, stop. Or she would like whack my arm while I'm trying to drive. It was so scary. And usually it was at nighttime too, so it's like, oh god, please stop. But no, I think the worst for me was just the fact that whenever they did binge drink back in the day, I don't know if they still do it. I hope they don't. They're not supposed to. They know they're not supposed to. But every now and then, even though they're like, oh yeah, we quit. We've gone like no more drinking for like the last 6 months, and then the next time they talk to me, they're drunk. So it's like, okay. But yeah, back then though, when I was living with them, they had this habit of drinking like starting from Friday and going on until Monday morning. Like they binge drink that freaking hardcore, and it's like, oh my god. And they were the bad kind of drunks. Not the verbally abusive kind, or like the physically abusive. They were more just like the obnoxious, the emotions like all over the place, really. Because like sometimes they'd be like really friendly. Boots can put up quite a fight. Makes me think that there just might be a fish inside. Possibly. But yeah, so they're like, okay, they're two different types of drunks, but like with age I think they both became like lightweights, because like, my dad used to be pretty good at holding his alcohol, but he's been getting worse at it over time. He used to have like this habit whenever he would get drunk, like he would clench his teeth, so whenever he'd talk he'd be like clacking them together. So that was like an easy sign, like, oh yeah, he is drunk. But my mom, like, she just takes like one sip and she's most likely out of it, so it's always like, oh god. I don't trust her. Never did. But yeah, she had like multiple options, multiple reactions to getting drunk. Because like sometimes she'd be like very chill, like just really into music and just wanting to listen to, you know, her favorite song artists, which we like usually the Beatles or Elliott Smith or others that I didn't really care about, but it's fine. And then other times she would be what I would call like a child. She would always have like easy tantrums, and I'm just like, oh god, I ain't into that. Okay, so today is the first day we can actually get the fish. Ah. Oh, and I should also say, the other side of her was also, yeah, well, okay, so regarding the child, the child aspect, yeah, it was literally like dealing with a giant child, like a 5-year-old who's having a tantrum, which it was sometimes funny and also sometimes frustrating, because some days it's like when you catch her like being clearly drunk, you just like ask her like, are you drunk? And she's like, no. Yes. It's just like, okay. Glad you're not lying. But then there's other times where she just had like this little kid tantrum, and even like stomping her foot and everything. It's like, oh my god. This is why I don't want kids. I've already dealt with one as a child and as an adult. Because I'd have to like take care of her and stuff like that, so it's like, no, thank you. But on the other hand, that was probably the more easy one to handle. Or, well, no, the more whimsical one was more easy to handle, because she just wanted to listen to music and sit there and do nothing. So it's like, okay. But then there was also like the religious side of her, where she would like have these spiels about you know, God, religion, being a terrible mother, blah 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 blah. You know, it's like, yeah, okay. Or just be like spiritual in general, talking about like the cosmos and stuff like that. It's like, okay, good for you. But yeah, I mean, do what you do. Don't force it on me, and I don't care. So I guess that's like the one that was more annoying to me was the spiritual side of her, so I just didn't want to deal with it. Hello. But yeah, so it was always like just a wild card of what kind of personality I would get when she was drunk. So this is also another reason why I don't drink, because I don't know what kind of drunk I would be, considering both my actual father and my mom is, you know, they're clearly drunks. I actually don't know how my like real father was with drinking, except for that I knew that he did, and I know that he also got into drugs, which ended up basically doing him in, where it damaged his heart a lot and made it collapse. So I didn't really know him too well outside of like childhood before he dipped. So the actual dad I was talking about is my stepdad, just so you're aware. Different dude. But he was there for me, so he's more my dad than my actual, you know, DNA father, so whatever. But I do have a brother from another mother who shares the same blood from the father, so yeah, there's that. Okay, let me give you your little flower. Okay, so let's try and catch that fish. So it won't pop up now. It's a little bit too early, I'm pretty sure. Because it has to be at evening, it says. I believe early evening, it said. So, well, I guess best to start in the early evening. Whether I actually get it in that time frame, I don't know. But I'll try. Whee! 6.9. Nice. Ooh, that's a big O. Woo. Sorry. I wasn't expecting that one that big. So close. Look at him. Look at his beauty. Look at his luster. Look at his spine. Yeah, I talked way too much about my family drama. Sorry about that. I won't talk about it again. Mostly because I don't really want to. Like, there are days where like, I think about it, and it's like, especially after getting like a text from my folks. So, because again, it's like one of those like, are they sober when they're texting me, or are they not? You can usually tell if it's for my mom, and she's saying something really weird. It's like, she's drunk. But, you know, as long as I don't have to deal with her, I don't care. She can do what she wants. She's technically an adult. So, I ain't gonna parent her. I didn't birth her. And I'm gonna keep it that way. No children for me. Only animals. I'll have a cat. And maybe another cat in the future. I like a dog one time, but I don't think I can. Dogs seem more like a two-person thing, so unless I ever date again, I ain't getting a dog. Nope, only cat. Whee! I wonder if, for the fish, does it show up like silver, or is it just like random? 6-6. Uh-oh. At least it's gonna be nice and sunny tomorrow, though, so we don't have to worry about putting the chickens away. Or the dog. It's wall is fine. Fuck you, Boot. No. I think it's too small. I can't tell from this distance. Oh no! Ah! Oh well. You'd hope I'm actually focused on the thing. I'm like looking around, like, can I see anything special? Nope. Cool. I just want to know if there's a way to see if it's a silverfish, but I can't tell because it's... I'm guessing you can't really tell. They're always, the blurs. The shadows. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. It's probably a big one, though. The guides never said anything about the shadow, if it's big or small. Just, it has to be at this time of day. Or time of night, I guess. Whatever. Big fish. In the cutscene, it looked like a small fish. But it has to be a big fish. It'd be weird if it's not. Because, like, anyone can catch a small fish with any kind of rod. So, but yeah, probably not gonna catch it tonight. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. Oh, there's Joe. Okay, let's try one more attempt, because Joe was there. And then we'll go to bed. Darn it. That wasn't a fish. Gotta catch a fish. Okay. Alright, that's it for now. What time is it? 10. Okay. let's go home. So, we will do one more day. And then if we don't catch anything, I mean, regardless, we will just, like, call it. The day goes quickly. But yeah, so I will do one more day. And yeah, so regardless of whether we catch it or not, we will just continue forward in the next episode. So, yes, that's the goal. So let's sleep. And it's gonna be raining. No! Why so much rain in summer? This isn't freaking where I live. It rains a lot even in summer. So, this is normal for me. Okay. Oh! Sorry. I thought I picked up a chicken. See, that time I picked up a chicken. That's an egg. You guys are terrible. Bunched up like that. But yeah. So we will do our daily rounds. Hopefully see Kurt this time. So we can give him his daily tomato. And then hopefully catch that fish. But if not, then, you know, we're just gonna extend this series longer. Even though I did say, like, I would, I mean, I'm always changing my mind. I can't settle on one thing, man. Take it. But this is probably going to be the only episode I make tonight, because, I'm kind of tired. So, and I got, another day tomorrow of work. So yeah, what can you do? God, we still haven't found another person to replace, to fill in for the position I work, but, you know, what can you do? This area sucks for finding, work and filling in the right positions, because, like, if you live here and you're good at, like, housekeeping, you're gonna be fine. But if you, like, want to do anything else, it's so hard to find a working position, because usually they're full, because we have such a small amount of people in the area. So most of the times, people will move or be, like, not living here when they're looking for a position. So it's hard to get a job when you don't live here, because it's not really the most sound. Like, okay, well, you don't live here yet, so how do we know that you'll, you know, be a good fit? So, because, I mean, like, sometimes people are, like, you know, doing that so they can actually move in general, or they are, you know, bouncing through towns, so they're only, like, looking for a job for the time being before they, like, you know, get a job elsewhere, which that has happened with us as well. So it sucks, because that means we don't have, like, a very solid schedule for everybody, because there's no guarantee that we'll actually have days off, and that can be hectic. At least for, like, the people who are always here. So if you're one of those bouncers, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's whatever. People do what they gotta do to survive, so yeah. Maybe I'll do some Digimon, I don't know. I do want to get a little bit further in that game too. God, I want to know where the story's gonna go. I'm so curious. So curious. Oh. But I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil you if you haven't watched it yet. Oh, I also still need to play Banjo-Kazooie too. Oh my god. I gotta do so much. Though, to be fair, I want to. I want to play these games, so it's not me, like, being like, oh, too much on my plate. It's me like, oh god, there's so much on my plate that I want to do. What do I decide on what to do? Oh god. I don't know. Ah, man. I like playing games. They're fun. Though, not all games, though. Oh, actually. So I was yeah, by this time, my, the first episode of my Harvestella demo run has been up, for, like, at least a week now, I think. Maybe over a week. But, yeah, my reaction for that game is not so great. Not a big fan of it so far. But, one of my friends, she asked, like, in our group chat, like, oh hey, have you played this game yet? Like, for any of us, and I think, only me and her have played it so far, and my other friend has not yet. so she didn't really respond. But yeah, so she really likes the game so far, and she mentioned like there's a job class system in it, closer to like Bravely Default, which, I mean, if that's the case, then that's pretty cool. I haven't encountered that yet, but sure. It still doesn't make me want to play the game though, because I don't know. I think of the game, like, I don't know. Just thinking about it doesn't make me want to play it, is the thing. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Of course you can. Waste my time. I can't tell. That's too small. That's too small. Maybe? I can't tell. It's too dark. I can't see nothing. It's just a boot. Ah! I'm blinded by the light! But that one looks big. But, yeah, I probably will give it another go, at least until, like, either I beat the chapter or 15 days. But so far, I'm most likely not going to be buying that game, to be fair. I'll stick to Story of Seasons and Rune Factory for now. So, yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna rain. Poopy. Have to go back. I can't spend most of my time fishing. Come on, fish. No fish. Come on. Come on. Well, not the one I wanted. But okay. Yeah, this is probably trash, huh? Yep. Wait, why is it way over there? Ah. Okay. Well, at least I got a big fish. So we still have a chance to get this fish again at the end of the month. So it's not a complete wash for this summer month. But yeah, no luck so far. We're gonna catch so many fish. Oh god. I probably should have just saved and scummed it, but oh well. Oh. He's not coming out. I waited too long. No! He's gonna be mad and wet. Oh well. That's if it rains anyway. It might not even rain, so it'll be fine. Anyway, so that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed me rambling about games and ranting about my family. Oh, hey. Doggo. There you go. Okay. So until next time, guys, we are gonna call it. And I am gonna do some of my routine things so I can go to sleep. Good night, guys. Goodbye.